in a process of classification and cover-up and whatnot for special reasons, to usually under the guise of protecting people from dangerous things, there was a special process within that because, like, as I discovered in Aunt Judy's case, I mean, with Tom being next door, literally and figuratively, and myself waking up and seeing the house gone, and it was a one-story house. If this is a story, it was one. I woke up and it was one on top of the next, indicative in manifestations of two overlapping services at M.I.B level. Can I speak to a Lewis and a Linda who know nothing? Who Lewis thinks he's some You speak to my father, oh, he's an investment bank. He sounds like some philanthropist. Fancy. Right. Man is living in his father's home, hasn't made a dime in years, and can't afford to feed and clothe his own daughter for her entire life. Intermittently, depending on which players in New York could afford to contribute a tax write-off, because it was always going to be a loss on their books. Nobody gives a shit field. So now, there was a process with, like, Air Force confirmed on Discovery on private line. I don't know. I mean, they called it dedicated because it was me. CAT's on the line. Right. She's M.I.B. It's her file. That's it. But then it gets locked up there. So are you all fighting that got involved? Because, like, then, like, Maria got roped in. I hear now that she's in Muncie Park. She wasn't in Holy Spirit. Was I the school of Holy Spirit so she could get an FBI job? Because, like, Mike's, like, he used to do something like this. He's like, I heard it was CIA on the bottom, the pinky, then it was FBI, and then it's M.I.B on the top. That's how the three goes for special process with Alice Mirza and the kid from Alice in Wonderland with the chain link fence problem. Just curious. Any of you know? Right, because usually there's a lot of things you don't know. Things need to be fixed. I'm Jelly Wall Technology. I come from an area I call it Stockholm, not the land map. You have none of that in English. I have not established home ownership of anything that you all wake up in genetic in my time frame that I've been here at all. I have not granted you permission to stay. I have not granted you future. I never granted you the past. So I'm cleaning up the past. I'm stalling and halting the future. And I'm catching all of the whatever's been laying around in between. So I have a safe environment at my Stockholm level where I walk through a pink gelatinous jelly into my housing unit, and then it solidifies and it's protected by special process. It's a star cluster all to itself. We call it the extreme zoo, and it's for extreme animals like myself that come in pairs. That's where on the Bible they talk about Noah's Ark, right? That's what I call personally, because I'm M.I.B. My words, my words are bond, B-O-N-D, for myself and my genetic extreme zoo at Stockholm level of extreme zoology. We don't study effects on humans. We document it while we're trying to fix our level of scary, what the hell's going on? Because the longer I stay out of extreme zoology and where I belong, safely held at night with my kind, the more opportunity the shitbag humans have to advance in all sorts of uneven, categorical ways into processes that they should not even know exist. And then it takes more time because now we have to clean up, then we have to explain to the governments, then people get mad, why are you like execute, and then they can't tell a story right because their language doesn't work, doesn't translate. Nobody gives a shit. You are only a contribution to the problem at this fucking point. It is so obvious by the fact that you have held me in your shitbag position of New York when I belong, for certain, I belong in extreme zoology. I absorb process, I absorb title, and I reclassify and close the door behind me as I go. I'm not giving you access. I'm not giving you memories. I'm not giving you dates. I'm not giving you time. I'm not giving you service. I'm not giving you process. I'm not giving you machinery. I'm not giving you science or theoreticals. I am taking every fucking letter and character back because you are just not worth it as moving pieces. You have done absolutely nothing to come for me and make sure that I am safe and make sure that the process gets locked back up safely for the benefit of all of the living. You couldn't even handle that in 42 fucking years. It is painful to have to be amongst you and depend on you, no less.